be working on Microsoft Excel. Now, like many of the Microsoft Office Suite products, there's many different ways to do the same thing. So if I do something and you do it differently, that's okay. We're going to start by clicking Start in the left-hand corner. Oops. And then up to New Office Document and click that. And then when this pane opens up, instead of clicking Blank Document like a lot of us do, double click on Blank Workbook. So here we go, into Excel. Remember, we can click on any cell and start typing, but we're going to click here and give it a title. Now remember, this isn't going to be centered. This is only going to be in cell B, so we kind of want a big long title throughout multiple cells. So I'm going to click off the cell, click back on to highlight multiple cells, and then go up here to click on Merge and Center. That will merge all the cells together and center the words. What we're going to do now is one of the most, well, not one of, the most important thing, is click on either this icon, which is Save, or File, Save. We want to click on My Computer, and then you want to click on your file. Like for instance, mine's on Spirit, yours may be on Cookie Monster or wherever. So I want to save it in here, and then I want to call this whatever my title is, M&M Activity, and click Save. So now, if we walk away from the computer or it shuts down, it's going to be saved for us. Next, we want to come back over here and start adding some things like color. So we can add our colors in here. We're just going to do a few. So you just want to click to give that black box around it, and then you can start adding. When we click, we can start adding our data. Red, brown, green. How about green? And then down below here, that's where we'll put total. Now, in B2, so B and then number 2, we're going to add my bag. And then just for time's sake, we'll just, oops, there we go, click, and bag 1. Click on the next one over, bag 2. And we'll just say bag 3. And then the last one we'll do is average. Okay, so I'm just going to go in here and put some random numbers. Just adding some numbers here so we can have some information to work with. Okay, now here comes the power. What we want to do is add all of these up at one time without having to use the old-fashioned calculator. So I'm going to click to give that black box and drag all the way down until I see total, including the blank total. Come up to this fancy E, and for here I can click, because every time I click the E, it's always going to give us the auto sum, or automatically add. So again, click and drag all the way down to include that blank total, and click auto sum, and repeat. Now if you want, you can also click the down arrow and just, oops, apologize, click, and then click sum. And let's highlight that. Click the down arrow and click on sum, and there it goes. Next we want to do is the average. So just like we did the sum, we want to click and highlight all of them, including the blank average. Click the down arrow this time and click on average. So again, click and highlight all, including the blank average cell. Click the down arrow to click on average. So we can continue that throughout. We can even give an average here. Now, what we can do is click on this cell here. It's going to highlight everything. So now we can format. We can go up and say I want everything centered. I want everything bold. And 18 font. Perfect. Okay, so now we notice some anomalies here. Like the word brown is being cut off and my bag is being cut off. We need to expand the cells. We take our mouse and we hover between the B and the A, and it becomes a little crosshair. We click and drag. And we see, oh, that'll work. And repeat between B and C. Click and drag. We can make that just a little bit bigger. And we can continue on. Give each one of these just a little bit more space, maybe. And let's go ahead and save again. I'm going to click the little file to save. Okay, what we can do here is we want to change this to red, that to blue, this to brown, etc. So I want to double click in the cell to give me the flashing bar, highlight, go to upper right hand corner, and click this for the drop down menu and click on red, and that will change our font to red. And then double click in here, get the flashing bar, highlight, upper right hand corner, down arrow, blue. We can continue on with brown and green. And that's just kind of nice to do so you can see it easier. Now what we can do is go down below here. We have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, etc. I want to double click on that and I can change this to M and M. Then I can change the sheet 2 name to say October. And sheet 3, maybe we could call it Health Room. Now let's say we needed November, December, January, etc. All we have to do is go up to Insert, Worksheets. And now we have a new one called Sheet 4. We can call this one November. But let's say our health room needs to be first. We can click on that and drag it. It becomes a little page all the way to the beginning. Or we could put it, say, between these two. The little black arrow will indicate where it will go. There we go. So now we're back. Now what we want to do is take this information here and create a graph out of it. I can click on number 2 and drag all the way down to select everything. Go up to the top and click on our graph wizard. And I just want to click Finish. It will instantly create our graph. I'm going to drag it down so we can see. Now what we can do is right click and click Save or Copy. Copy it and paste it into Word and write a report about that. So this is kind of something nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and save to end our session.